today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
2nd and 9 now. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Eluding the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
2nd and 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Flushed, hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals, probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw here. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is brought in at the 21. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just... Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make our score 9-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
Nope.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. On the move to his left. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. This goes out wide for Mixon. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. Fourth down. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 6. Caught out right by Renfro. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Myers. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. That's Chris Olave with the grab. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Come on now.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Got a man. It's Brown. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 45. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and inches. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down at 4. Now he steps away, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to give him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on first down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
After touching, offense.
Down in this one, they needed extended that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they?